My name is Torfinn. I am 26 years of age and I am blind, but I was not born blind. I started my life with perfect vision and no worries. At the age of 7, I developed type 1 diabetes. I was bullied a lot in school for being diabetic, a redhead, a nerd, and not being athletic. I was not fond of physical activities at all. At the age of 13, I started losing my sight. No one knew why, but the doctors knew it was not due to the diabetes. For 2 years, I mostly sat in my room. I went straight to school and straight back. I was depressed and started getting scared. Would I go completely blind, and would it be possible to live a good life as a blind person? At the age of 15, I was diagnosed with Wolfram syndrome. Wolfram syndrome is a rare genetic disorder that occurs in only 1 out of 1.2 million people. It is a genetic disorder that affects a lot of the body's systems, and it may lead to complete blindness. It was strangely uplifting to know why my sight was disappearing. So I decided to take control and make a good life for myself, no matter what. Going blind and vulnerable, I decided to take control and learn how to defend myself. So I sent an email to a local Taekwondo school and asked them if it was possible to learn Taekwondo as a blind person. They answered, "We have no idea, but let's try."
Jeg og Mats og vi som blir.
When I started practicing Taekwondo, my mind went straight to the superhero Daredevil. You know, the Marvel superhero dressed in red who went blind as a child. His senses then grew way beyond regular human ability and gave him sort of a radar sense. Around the same time, I had also heard of real blind people who could also use the skill called echolocation. So I started Googling, but I found nothing that could help me. So I decided to learn this skill by myself. And when I did this, I thought of things that I could do in my everyday life. For instance, I walked down a corridor with an open door, and when I passed it, I tried to hear how the noise was different. At the Taekwondo practice, I closed my eyes and tried to hear the opponent move from side to side. And when I mastered this, I tried to hear his arms and legs towards me as he punched and kicked. This was way harder, but as it turned out, not impossible. When I acknowledged that echolocating really worked for me, it was an epiphany, and it motivated me to practice even more. In 2012, when I was 19, I became completely blind, but I continued practicing both Taekwondo and echolocating. In 2014, I became the world's first blind person to graduate to first-degree black belt in the International Taekwondo Federation. Calm down, I can't see any of you, so... Earlier that year, me and some friends of mine decided to check how well my echolocating really was. So they showed me a number of fingers, and by making my clicks, I was actually able to hear the correct number. And if you don't believe me, I will show you how right now. So if Yvonne helps me. And she will now show me a number of fingers, and I will try and hear the correct number.
Okay, ready?
5. 1. 3.
Yes, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Since I found no resources online, I decided to create my own seminar to try and help people to learn this skill. Research tells us that a sighted person can't be as specific and certain of things as a blind person can, due to the fact that their ocular center of the brain is preoccupied with seeing. So a blind person can triumph. Now I work with teaching martial arts and self-defense to people with different kinds of disabilities, as well as I teach my echolocating seminar both to persons that are blind and sighted. And people say that only after a few hours they start to understand how it works. I will now show you a couple of techniques or exercises if you want to try this for yourselves. For instance, one exercise is filling a glass of water. When you fill it, you can hear the sound get louder as the glass is being filled if your head is above the rim of the glass. So if you try and hear, I hope you will be able to hear it. And now I can hear it's a bit above half full. And another example is if you have 3 things in front of you and make the clicks, you can hear the clicks stop more quickly at the points where the objects are. So, and now I can easily hear that this thing is taller than the middle thing, which again is taller than the last thing. And when you have done this, you can remove one object, and then you will hear the noise use more time to get back to you and be more open where you have removed the thing. So it's more open to me. And if you do this by yourself in the beginning, you can see what you have removed and try to hear what is different about the noise. When you are comfortable with this, you can close your eyes and get someone else to remove a thing, and you can try to hear what he has removed. So that is a start if you want to learn this and to learn to see the new world with new eyes, or with no eyes. And I want to wish you good luck, and thank you for listening.